With the final Bedlam game of the Big 12 era coming up this Saturday, the rivalry is enough to divide students and fans, and no one knows that better than the Gundys.
In the first story of our Bedlam Memories series, Chris Williams talks with two generations of this football family about where their loyalties lie.
You'd have a hard time finding a family with deeper ties to both sides of Bedlam than the Gundys. Mike Gundy was the quarterback at OSU from '86 to '89. He's now spent 29 years on the coaching staff there, the last 19 as the head man. His younger brother Cale was OU through and through, setting numerous passing records for the Sooners in the early '90s before later serving as an assistant coach for 23 seasons, creating a house divided.
When my mom was around, it was a non-conversation 365 days of the year. We did not talk about it, ever. On game day, I didn't get anything from people outside of, okay, good luck, we love you, we love Cale, hope both y'all have a good game. Well, what the hell does that mean? I mean, we both can't have a good game.
A lot of people ask his mother, Judy, who she pulled for, and she had one answer, and I heard her say it a million times. She said, the one that needs it the most. Well, that was usually the one up north, you know.
Raising the boys in Midwest City, the Gundys were OU fans. That is, until Mike shockingly decommitted from the Sooners and took his talents to Stillwater.
His mama cried about 2 days. It was hard on her because she's had her heart set on him going to OU.
Mike never beat Oklahoma during his playing career, but he did have epic experiences playing alongside Barry Sanders and against the Boz.
He wrote Mike's name on his shoes, on his white shoes. Bosworth pointed that out to him during the game. You know, I said, hey, I got your shoes on here, you know.
It was a rivalry then, like, you know, Bosworth spit in my face, I spit in his face. I mean, it was actually a rivalry, right?
Cale was always supportive of his older brother playing at OSU, but his dad tells us he knew from day one he wanted to be a Sooner and play right here at Owen Field. We're talking grade school. During his freshman season, Mike was an assistant coach up in Stillwater, so that 1990 Bedlam game was the first head-to-head matchup between the Gundy brothers. Well, the first official one.
It was about the same way playing in the yard or at the house. Cale would usually always be on the other team. And so Mike's team would beat up on his team, usually, you know.
Cale and Mike would go on to square off in 26 Bedlam matchups.
Well, once the game started, it didn't bother them who was over there on that side and on this side, you know, but it was hard on their mama, you know, and we kind of stressed over it a little bit.
With Cale no longer working at OU, you can expect Ray to be decked out in America's brightest orange when these teams meet in Stillwater Saturday. Reporting in Norman, I'm Chris Williams.